So Domino's just conquered Uber Eats and DoorDash to become the platform's #1 pie, but their whole quarter got completely derailed by a botched slice sauce promo. Welcome to Earnings Unscripted. It's July 20th, 2026, and today we're slicing into the Q2 results for Domino's Pizza, ticker DPZ.
Derailed is exactly the right word, because total store orders actually surged this quarter. They brought in millions of new customers, but earnings per share came in at $4.07, which missed the street's $4.19 estimate, almost entirely because of that one self-inflicted marketing misstep.
It's wild that one premium sauce launch can blow up average ticket sizes that badly across a global empire. Oh, and quick legal note here, our pizza logistics commentary is purely our own opinion, not financial advice, so trade at your own risk. But Miro, the stock reaction was kind of a puzzle, right? Because they missed, but the tape didn't really punish them.
No, they didn't. The stock actually gapped up hard in the pre-market. It did fade pretty steadily through the regular session, giving back a lot of those early gains, but it still managed to close positive, up about 2.4% against yesterday's close.
Okay, so Wall Street's basically forgiving them. I mean, U.S. same-store sales practically flatlined and international comps went slightly negative. Are investors just relieved management didn't blame the economy this time?
Honestly, yes. The CEO, Russell Weiner, who's stepping down in October, by the way, he came right out and took the hit. He explicitly said macroeconomic headwinds were already built into their plans. They aren't hiding behind tapped-out consumers like every other fast food chain. He pointed right at the marketing team and said the ticket miss was largely within their control.
I mean, points for accountability, right? It's a nice change of pace from last quarter where operations and the CFO seemed completely at odds. Now they're just owning the failure, scrapping the promo, and rushing stuffed crust deals back onto the menu.
Right, and it proves they still have immense pricing power. They just deployed it terribly on a product nobody actually wanted. Because if you look at the aggregator side, the Ubers and DoorDashes, those apps generated massive incremental volume without killing their direct channel margins.
Okay, yes, because I saw that detail buried in the transcript. I really need to know how this new internal orchestration agent they deployed is actively stocking those delivery apps in real time.
It's actually brilliant. You know how Domino's held out against third-party apps for years because they couldn't control the delivery times? They finally caved, but on their own terms.
Right. They were always obsessed with owning the driver network so the food wouldn't sit in a trunk for 40 minutes. So wait, are they using this AI thing to actively route the Uber drivers?
No, they can't control the external apps, but they control their own ovens. They built this internal software, the orchestration agent. Say a DoorDash carrier accepts a pizza run, but they're currently stuck in traffic 3 miles away. The agent literally hides the incoming ticket from the kitchen staff. The workers don't even know the order exists until the software calculates the driver is physically close enough. Then it drops the ticket into the line, they bake it just in time, and it goes out hot.
That's amazing. Instead of fixing the traffic, they just hacked their own kitchen workflow. That solves the biggest pain point of app delivery entirely.
Exactly. And it's working. They extracted about 50% totally incremental orders from those aggregator platforms. It's a huge win for raw traffic, but the problem is that volume bump masked the damage from that premium series disaster you mentioned earlier. Volume is way up, but ticket sizes shrunk, and that's creating a totally different bottleneck on the physical side.
Bottleneck in what sense? Are the franchise owners taking the brunt of that?
Big time. Management actually trimmed their net store growth target for the U.S. pipeline. They dropped the guide down to roughly 175 locations. It sounds like a tiny revision, but it exposes the friction.
Okay, let me make sure I'm mapping this out right. Corporate throws a bad marketing promo out there. Ticket sizes drop, which squeezes the operating margins at the individual store level. And because local owners are making less cash, they just freeze their real estate expansion?
You got it perfectly. The ripple effect is brutal. A bad sauce promotion in the spring literally freezes restaurant development in the summer. The CFO practically confirmed it. He noted the pipeline started seeing pressure recently, adding, "I think this happens sometimes when there's a bit of pressure on franchisee profitability."
Ouch. Corporate still gets its royalty cut from all those new Uber orders, but the operator running 5 locations is the one eating the margin squeeze. No wonder they rushed to plug the leak with that stuffed crust deal.
Right, and that exact same tension is playing out globally. Look at Domino's Pizza Enterprises, their massive international master franchisee. Management admitted those guys are intentionally rejecting lower margin transactions over in Europe and Australia right now to repair their own unit economics.
Rejecting orders? Like deliberately turning hungry people away?
Yes, they're purposefully cannibalizing volume to protect the bottom line. And that's why corporate reported that fractional decline in international same-store sales. It exposes a massive tug of war. Corporate wants global retail sales going up to satisfy Wall Street. But their biggest partner is saying they actually need to make a profit on the food first.
Which completely undercuts the whole corporate messaging. Because the CEO had that quote where he claimed the real QSR winners grow order counts while driving healthy ticket through disciplined pricing.
But the disciplined pricing vanished. The barbell strategy dropped on one side. They proved they can grab market share, but they forgot how to make people pay for it. Now they're pivoting hard. Management teased some mystery signature pizza innovation coming in Q3 that supposedly captures a totally unmet consumer occasion.
A totally unmet dining occasion? Given how completely they misread consumer appetite this quarter, why should anyone assume this secret Q3 menu pivot won't be another expensive misfire?
Honestly, you probably shouldn't. If that premium series flop proved anything, it's that buyers are brutally picky right now. But management knows they burned their margin of error there. The CFO literally went out of his way on the call to promise, we had a 1/4 blip on ticket. We're not going to have another blip.
That's a very confident promise to make on the record. But I mean, if you're Joe Jordan, you kind of need them to mean it, right? Because he's taking over the CEO job in October and inheriting a franchise network where the owners are actively stalling store development is not exactly a dream scenario.
No, it's a real headache, which is why corporate is trying to set a very grounded baseline. They reaffirmed their full-year guidance for U.S. and international same-store sales right at low single-digit growth.
So wait, they're basically saying, yes, the ticket average dropped. Yes, local operators are feeling the pinch, but the broader economic pain is already completely baked into the math. They aren't relying on some miraculous consumer rebound?
Exactly. The guide explicitly contemplates a continued challenging macro environment. They aren't banking on external relief. They're just trusting that the massive order volume they're pulling from Uber Eats and DoorDash will hold the line while they fix their own menu mistakes.
It's funny. We started this whole conversation talking about this incredible, stealthy AI agent outsmarting traffic, but at the end of the day, if people just don't like the new sauce, none of that back-end technology actually matters.
Right. You can engineer the most elegant just-in-time logistics network on the planet, but if the product misses, the entire equation falls apart.
A harsh lesson in fast food gravity. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what that mystery third quarter pie looks like.
Catch you later.
Make sure you've got the show set to auto-download if you want these debriefs ready for your commute. And just for total transparency, our voices and the script are entirely AI-generated, and that's exactly how we can turn a corporate pizza sauce disaster into a podcast the exact same day the executives report it. We'd love to know what companies you're tracking, so drop those ticker requests at earningsunscripted@datamadness.ca, or just hit us up on X using the link in the show notes.
We'll see you on the next one.